Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to do a quick book review video because I've been reading a mountain of books recently and had a little bit of time whilst I'm working on my Venice video. So I wanted to do a book review, let you guys know what I've been reading and what I'm really enjoying. So the first book is the autobiography of David Jason. He's an actor best known for playing Del Boy in Only Fools and Horses. I've loved Only Fools since I was about 8. It's just a brilliant book, really interesting to find out how the guy succeeded, his failures, you know, how he got his big break. Really interesting to see behind the character of someone as famous as David Jason. So really good book. Highly recommended. I love autobiographies anyway, just to see a glimpse into those people's lives, how they think, how they work, how they got their big break, etc. So if you're interested in comedy, especially sort of late 80s, early 90s British comedy, then the David Jason autobiography is a must read for sure. Then I moved on to Moth by Mohsin Hamid. Now Mohsin Hamid is my favourite writer of all time. I've read all his other works, so you've got How to Get Filthy Rich in Rising Asia, The Reluctant Fundamentalist, which was also made into a film starring Riz Ahmed. I haven't seen the film yet, but if it's anywhere near as good as the book, then it will be brilliant. Moth was the most recent one I've read. Another incredible book. He has this way of making you visualize everything so well that you can almost smell it and taste it. It's just incredible writing. All his stories are set in Lahore in India, and even though I've never been lucky enough to go to Lahore, the story is incredible and really makes me feel like I've been there and know the people, know the place. So it's incredible writing, really good book. Moth is about, you sort of follow the story of a crime that was committed by a certain individual, and you have to decide whether he did it, whether he's guilty of that crime, and then in the end, obviously, you find out what's happened. And I'm not going to tell you too much because the end is really good. But I recommend any of his works. I can't differentiate between them. How to Get Filthy Rich in Rising Asia is probably my favourite. Again, the characters are so good and the plot's amazing. But any of his works at all, I recommend. I just actually went out today and bought his latest one, which is Exit West. I think from what I've heard, it takes a lot of inspiration from the immigration situation recently. So that's going to be a really interesting read. I can't wait to read that. Mohsin Hamid, incredible writer, definitely worth checking out. So the next book on the list, I finished this probably about 3 weeks ago, is The Complete Works of Leonardo Da Vinci. It's just this tiny little book by D&C. I don't even remember where I got it or why I bought it, but it's an absolutely brilliant little book. It's got all the photos of his paintings, his inventions, everything. Really interesting guy. I've been fascinated by Da Vinci for a long time, so to read all his work in one place in sort of a manageable sized book was really cool, and it's full of highlights and post-it notes and everything that I can refer back to because he's a really interesting guy. So that's Leonardo Da Vinci, The Complete Works by D&C. So well worth checking out if you're interested in invention, history, the way his mind works. He had a way of thinking that was so advanced for his time. Absolutely incredible book, well worth checking out. The last book I'm going to mention is Money by Tony Robbins, subtitle Master the Game. So Money, Master the Game, 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom by Tony Robbins. If you don't know who Tony Robbins is, he's probably best known in America, but that's unfair to say because he's worldwide phenomenon. Mostly referred to as a performance coach, but he's so much more than that. Entrepreneur, performance coach, public speaker, visionary, just a really incredible man. This book isn't his advice on how to get financial freedom. This is from the best investors, the best entrepreneurs, just the top elite in the financial world, all giving very similar advice on how to make your savings work for you, how to achieve that financial freedom. So Money, Master the Game, really good book. He's actually just released another one which I believe is a sort of easier to manage summary of this. I'm not going to lie, I'm only about halfway through this one. It's a lot, there's so much to take in. I'm reading it quite slowly and referring back to it, and I've had to buy about 3 more highlighters because I'm just running out of ink. There's so much information to take in here. You can't just sit down, or I can't anyway, you can't just sit down and, you know, devour the book. There's so much to take in, and if you actually want to action it, then Tony's done it in a really good way that you can action it as you go through the book. So if you're interested in getting financially free, making your money work for you, or even if you're just interested in the financial world, then this book is well worth checking out. And I haven't read his latest one, but if it's anything, off the back of this, if it's anything to go by, then I'm sure that's incredible as well. So yeah, that's all the books I've been reading. Like I say, Moth Smoke by Mohsin Hamid, Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins, the David Jason autobiography, and the complete works of Leonardo Da Vinci. Really, really brilliant books. Enjoyed all of them. Moving on now to Exit West by Mohsin Hamid, and I want to check out Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk as well. I've explored a little bit of Gary recently, so it'd be really interesting to delve into his latest book. I think it's just hit #1 on the business listings for the New York Times bestseller, which is amazing achievement. So really looking forward to reading that. Let me know what you're reading in the comments below. Hit subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and as soon as Dropbox finishes the 10-hour upload of the Venice footage that I should have made about 3 months ago, but I've just been sat on, that video will come out as well. Thank you very much. Cheers. Don't forget to hit subscribe.